Hi, welcome to Buon Natale again. Today, as you can see, we're in this beautiful kitchen from Tastemade, and we have a special guest with us.
Hello.
Yeah, Rob from Nico's Kitchen. And today we are going to prepare together homemade gnocchi with ricotta.
Yummy.
Yeah. So we are going to make a kind of science experiment, making our homemade ricotta.
Yep.
And then we are going to use our ricotta in order to make gnocchi for mommy and daddy.
Which I haven't done before.
Really?
No.
Wow.
I do a gnocchi the other way around with the potatoes. So, yeah. So this will be interesting. Okay, so we're going to make our ricotta first?
Yes.
Okay. So run me through that. How do we do that?
Okay, what we need for our homemade ricotta? We need 9 cups of whole milk. Then we need 4.5 tablespoons of white vinegar, another 4.5 tablespoons of lemon, and 1.5 tablespoons of salt. Okay. That's it.
Yeah. So over like a medium heat? Medium-high heat?
Medium-high heat.
Okay, and we're going to be putting the milk in?
Yes.
How about that I do that for you?
Thank you.
That's a big...
Heavy.
Yeah. I'm spilling it everywhere.
It's fine. We're letting the milk to boil. Okay. Okay, so when we will see the milk kind of, bubbling on surface, it will time to add our acid ingredients, lemon, vinegar, and salt.
And that's when we should see like a separation?
Magic.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. We will see basically some kind of milky crumbles forming, and then the rest of the milk will get kind of watery.
Yeah, it'll separate.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Meanwhile, we prepared a nice bowl with a strainer, and we put some cheesecloth on it.
And wet it.
Yes.
So it doesn't fly off.
It doesn't fly away. From 9 cups of milk, we'll make kind of 1 pound of ricotta.
It's quite a lot.
Yes. Our milk is ready to be transformed in ricotta. Okay. So what we do now, easiest thing, we'll just
pour it in?
Yes. Okay. And we mix. See?
Ah, already. Yeah.
Isn't that fun?
That's really, really cool.
Yeah. We will just keep stirring for another, let's say, 1 or 2 minutes. Okay. We want basically the milk to fully separate from the ricotta.
And that'll settle on the top.
Yes. Okay. Ooh. See? And the other thing that you can do, if you have, you can put it in the strainer and then immediately put it in a kind of nice shaped container. Yeah. So you will have, nice shaped ricotta.
Yeah. And I'm getting a ricotta facial.
Usually I leave it there for kind of 1 hour. Okay. So that all the milk, the water now, milky water, drains. And when the ricotta is nicely compact, it's ready to be tasted. Okay. So we have got fresh made home ricotta. Beautiful. It's 1 pound more or less. Yep. 2 cups of all-purpose flour. Okay. Straight in. Yes. And a nice cup of grated Parmesan cheese, the good one from Italy. 2 eggs. Yeah. A pinch of salt. And some nutmeg to give a kind of different flavor. I love tiny things.
The world's smallest. Yeah. Okay. I'll see if my hand can do this. Okay. Beautiful.
And then we will keep mixing. Okay. Meanwhile, with this little pan, I can start preparing our sauce. Okay. So in this nice little pan, we are going to put some butter. I would say 6 tablespoons. Here I've got fresh thyme and sage, and I will just put, let's say, 2 tablespoons and 1 lemon, and I'm just using the zest. Yep. And of course, a pinch of salt. It's for mommy and daddy. Okay. How is it going there?
It's going well. We're getting there.
Meanwhile, we can prepare a nice big pan, fill it up until more or less 3/4 with water.
Salted?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
so that when our gnocchi will be ready, we can just put our gnocchi, yes, in the water. Okay, here, when the butter is basically melted, we just turn the heat off.
Yep.
And let all the flavors mix together. Okay. And we will let it rest there.
Okay.
We put some flour on a nice flat surface. We just take, like, you know, half or a third of it. And as you can see, we form a nice roll.
So how thin do we want it?
I would say 1 inch.
Okay.
Or, you know, 1 nail.
Yep. Okay. And you're going to show me a neat little trick.
Yeah.
With this, because I normally do mine with a fork when we're making gnocchi. So
now with the knife, we are going basically to cut diagonally our gnocchi, and they will be a kind of, you know, 1 inch long and ½ an inch height.
Now show me a little trick.
Okay, the little trick is that, okay, see there is this kind of spiky, okay? You just basically roll them so that, you know, they will have kind of holes.
That's a great little trick.
Yeah.
Okay, so this will make quite a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you know, we are Italians,
You like to eat?
Well, pasta and pizza usually. Our water is almost boiling, so we are going to add some salt. I would say a nice tablespoon of salt.
And don't put the salt in too early, otherwise it'll evaporate.
Yes, and then the pasta or the gnocchi will be very, very salty.
Yeah.
And as we're making gnocchi, we're going to add another tablespoon of oil. Why? Because we do not want our gnocchi to stick together. Okay. And now we are ready to pour our gnocchi.
Do you want to do the...
Yes.
Okay.
Slowly. Basically, now they are boiling. When they will be ready, they will come to the surface.
Beautiful.
Yeah. And at that point, we are going to remove them. Okay. As the first comes up, I let it stay on the surface like, you know, 10 seconds. Okay. And then slowly, I will create space for the next one.
Beautiful. So we've got our butter mixture here.
Yes.
I'm just going to pour that over.
Yes.
Oh, that looks so good.
Yummy.
This is my sort of food. So we're just coating here. It does smell amazing. So would you add any more cheese to this, or you do it when we serve it, or?
That's why the Parmesan cheese is next there. You know, Parmesan cheese is always good on things. Yeah. So usually I serve the portion on a nice dish, and I just put, you know, 1 or 2 tablespoons of Parmesan cheese on top.
Cheese just over the top. And then finish it off with a few.
Yeah. Sage.
Beautiful.
Perfect.
I love that.
Please.
Yeah, let's get stuck in. I love that. That is really nice. I love that ricotta in there. It is like it's just packed with cheese. And those herbs are just amazing.
And the lemon zest. That's
really nice.
Different kind of gnocchi. Yeah. We finished our recipe for today.
We have.
We did our homemade ricotta, and we made our homemade gnocchi with ricotta. So see you next week with another recipe from Buona Pappa. Thank you so much,
Rob.
Thanks for having me. Okay. And as always, Buona Pappa a tutti. Bye.